Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. I thought today would be a great day to take you along on another fall decorate with me as I get my kitchen outfitted and my porch spiffied up and ready to ease into fall. If you're new here, I'm Lizzie Reyes and I love to share cleaning, decorating, cooking, and all things homemaking. If you haven't already, I would love it if you subscribed so you don't miss out on any of the content I have coming your way. Okay guys, let's start off our fall decorating and make it a beautiful day. Okay, we're gonna get started in my kitchen. I really wanted to bring in some beautiful foliage this fall, but I wasn't quite ready for a full-on orange, and so I decided to use these really pretty peachy colored leaves that I have. And then if you saw my fall decorate with me, I got those auburn brown vases at Hobby Lobby this year, and they were a very reasonable price. I also got this candle from the Hearth and Hand collection at Target, and it was probably not worth the buy, if I'm going to be honest, because it had like little to no throw and it was pretty expensive. It was $20 and I was sure that it was going to be a good candle, and it just isn't. So take my advice and don't buy that candle. But here I have a few thrifted items, this copper dish and this salt or pepper grinder. I thrifted them a few months ago, and I have been waiting this whole time to put them out for fall. So a lot of the decor I will be using in my kitchen today is going to be a lot of very affordable pieces, either from the thrift store or Dollar Tree or Hobby Lobby on sale. This little vase is actually, I think it's called Flowers for Mom bud vase. So like when your little kids bring in some little picked flowers for you, that would be the perfect vase to put them in. So when I saw that as I was thrifting, I thought it was such a cute little vintage looking piece, and it was just very sweet. Here I also have this recipe book holder that I thrifted as well from Savers. And you guys, I had to play around a little bit with this copper dish. I put it in 3 different places until it finally found its home in my kitchen somewhere. So yeah, but I was really excited to use that piece. And I also got this butter dish at Hobby Lobby. And then I got these little floral picks at Hobby Lobby as well.
I lose my breath whenever I see you.
So when I'm doing these videos, I never pre-decorate. I'm always just messing around, fiddling with things, seeing how I like them. And so you get a lot of the creative process here. I do cut out some of it just because it becomes repetitive or a little redundant, and I go back and forth trying to compare. But overall, this really is real decorating for me. I sometimes have a vision in my head, but a lot of times I just like to pick up a lot of pieces that I think will work and then just use that decorating time to be creative and just kind of play around with things. As you know, in some of my other Decorate With Me videos, I personally love to change out the dish soap so that when I'm doing dishes, it's just something different. It's not always the same soap. I do like to stick to Dawn, but I really try to hunt around for the different colors so that it just feels fun and fresh. A lot of times when I'm cleaning, if I have something new to clean with or a different scent, something that I'm excited about, it makes cleaning and organizing a lot less dreadful. So that's my tip to you.
Like the moon is the snow, we don't care about the others. You set my world on fire. You're my heart's desire. I just wanna love you.
So I got these dish towels at Hobby Lobby last year. They were a pack of 3. I already used the white and beige striped one up on the little hand towel ladder on my countertop that I showed you earlier in the video. And it's been a really good pack of towels. They're a good size, and I love that there's green and brown, and it just is something a little different for fall. Yes, I almost fell, and I will almost fall again, even worse, in just a second. For some reason, the chair was just very unstable, and so it was like rocking, and I didn't anticipate that. I think one of the little pads on the bottom of some of the legs have come off, and so it made it teeter a little bit. But here I have my little thrifted basket and some Hobby Lobby fall foliage picks, and this was a really affordable piece. And I had been looking for a basket like this for a while, and I was so excited actually when I found it while I was thrifting. I felt like I was like a lucky girl because I think they're a little harder to find. They're not as common for people to decorate with, at least from what I've seen. And so here I am adding ribbon to this R because her last name is Reyes. And I like to change out the ribbons for this and keep it kind of festive for our home. I got this at Hobby Lobby probably like 5 or 6 years ago, and it was on clearance. It was part of their summer section that they had like 66% off, and it was super duper cheap. So I love decorating with this little piece. It's kind of different than a wreath. Don't get me wrong, I love wreaths, but this is just fun for something different in the house. And I love this ribbon that I picked up at Hobby Lobby. I got it at 40% off. It was very, very affordable. I got it in multiple colors, but I wish I would have gotten more rolls of them of each color, because when I went back the last time, they were out. They only had one orange color left, and that was it. Nothing of the other colors, just one. And so I was a little bit kicking myself for not getting more, but I am glad that I got what I did get.
My heart keeps on bleeding. I have scars.
This copper jelly mold is, I guess it's not jelly, it's jello. It was also another thrifted item. I've been trying to collect more pinky colored copper pieces, and that's my second one. I haven't put out my first one yet. I don't really know where I'm going to put it yet, so I'm just hanging on to it. So that's going to wrap up my kitchen decor part of this video. I also have my porch decorating coming up, so don't leave, stay tuned, and we are going to get started there. I'm getting started by clearing off my summertime flower pots. I have to be very careful to move these because last time I put these out in May to decorate my porch for spring, I sort of threw out my back again and re-injured it, and it has not gotten better since. So I'm really trying to be gentle on my back and just moved it aside so that my husband could help me take it to the backyard where it's going to be for the winter. Here I have my rug and layering mat that I've had since last year. I got them both at Hobby Lobby. This wreath that I'm holding, I actually made. I bought the florals and got the grapevine wreath and put it all together, and I was pretty darn proud of it, so I've kept it. I will have a different wreath for after Halloween that's more Thanksgiving-like, and it has like orange slices. It's almost like carrying you into early Christmas decor with the oranges, but the orange color of the oranges really helps bring out that fall feel. Here I put out a crate that I got at, I believe, Hobby Lobby, and a lot of these little bushel baskets, I think they're called, I got either at Michael's or Hobby Lobby. I would recommend Hobby Lobby because they had them cheaper, and I think they're cuter with the little handles on each side. I felt like there was too much light wood color everywhere, and I didn't have time to stain any of these pieces, and so I felt like it would be best if I brought out this little $5 blanket from Target that I showed you in my fall haul, and I thought it turned out really well. It brought a little bit of texture, but it's not so thick that it's lumpy and it's going to make the flower pots lopsided. And so I was really happy with the way this turned out. I felt like it was a lot of fun. A lot of these pumpkins I already have had for years and years. And I think this little berry wreath I got at Big Lots a very, very, very long time ago, like at least 10 years ago. And I thought I was going to use it, and it looked fine. But I ended up changing it out, and you'll see how it turns out. I am so sorry though for the way the lighting turned out on this. I waited until the late afternoon, early evening to film this, and it was shady on my porch, but apparently it wasn't shady enough. The sun was still very bright. I did add these floral picks from Hobby Lobby that I got last year from there. And you see, I just take it out because I want to go with a softer, more dried out look on my porch, at least for early fall. This portion of the porch decorating with me will take place over the course of 3 different days. First, I wanted to set up what I did have and kind of play with it, and then I would really be able to get a good idea of how many mums to go and buy from the store and what colors I wanted. This year I did go with inspiration pictures, and I really wanted to stick to like beige, white, green, and orange. And so I put out green and orange ribbons on my lanterns. I picked white and orange mums only instead of like picking all the other pretty colors that I usually go crazy with, and then it doesn't always look as cohesive. So I really wanted it to just be cohesive this year and only get what I need and not just buy a bunch of them and then feel like I have to use them all, which is what I was doing in the past, and I feel kind of bad. But I did better this year. So I got 3 smaller white mums and 2 orange medium-sized mums, and I got them at Home Depot, and then I brought them home, and within that day, one of the larger orange mums started dying. Oh my gosh. It's had such a hard time coming back, so I think I might return it to the Home Depot because they take plants back if they don't thrive. And I had watered it, and I think because when I bought it, it had so much water inside of the container, I had to dump it out before I stuck it in the truck so that it wouldn't fall over and get water everywhere. I'm telling you, there was like 6 inches of water in the pot. It was so full and heavy. And I think it got waterlogged because chrysanthemums aren't supposed to be watered that much. And so I don't think I did anything wrong. I think it was just not cared for properly. And so I may or may not return it. But here I have one of those cinnamon brooms that smells so yummy. I love putting them on my porch because people can smell it as they come in. And it just kind of gives them that fall feel and something to look forward to of what's going to be inside. And so this year I thought it would be fun to add little orange gingham ribbon bows to each little section because I don't think it's very cute with just the, what is that called? The hemp or whatever? I can't think of the name right now. But then I also wanted to put in some fairy lights into my lantern. So I bought these fairy lights last year at Costco and ended up not using them. So I used them for my lanterns, and it turns out so pretty, you guys. I am so happy. Even though it took me like 40 minutes to put it in the like right way into both of these lanterns, it turns out gorgeous. And at night, it is so fun to come out and look at them, and it's just so delicate and pretty. I used the acrylic double-sided tape that I talk about all the time in my decorating videos because it is so sticky, but it doesn't peel anything and it doesn't tear anything if you stretch it like a command strip. And so I just buy big old rolls of it on Amazon. I'll have it linked in my description box. And It's so easy to use. You can cut it as big or as small as you need, and believe it or not, you can actually wash it and reuse it. I haven't done that because I don't want to save it, but it worked so good on keeping those fairy lights tacked onto the glass. Here is a quick overview of how it turned out. I will end up putting candles in here once the weather cools off officially, otherwise they'll melt. But I love the way this turned out, you guys. You can see that dead mum there. How sad. Poor plant. Tell me what you think. Do you love the fairy lights? What are you doing to decorate your porch and kitchen? I really want to see it. Tag me over on Instagram at homemaking.withlizzie, and I will see you over there. Thank you so much for joining me today, and enjoy the overview.
And I can't fall asleep. I'm just not tired. I can hear the